Melody Shari and Martell Holt, because fans will not forget this anytime soon. This was an Instagram drama or a messy back and forth online. This was the real deal, official, legal, and undeniable. The way Melody carried herself in that courtroom left everyone in shock. She didn't come in to perform or play for the cameras. She came in with receipts, documents, and undeniable proof that Martell couldn't spin. No matter how hard he tried. For years, Martell has mastered the art of playing the victim. He created just enough chaos to keep himself in the spotlight, while still painting the image of being misunderstood. From the sharp suits to the emotional interviews. From cryptic Instagram captions to teary-eyed moments on TV, he built an image. That fooled many. Even after his long affair with Ariane Curry, people still defended him, and some even blamed Melody for being too hard on him. But that illusion shattered the second Martell faced Melody in court. His usual charm and confidence started slipping the moment Melody calmly pulled out her folder of receipts. This wasn't about likes or captions anymore. This was about facts. And facts don't lie. The most powerful part of all this wasn't just the evidence itself, but Melody's silence leading up to it. While Martell was online almost daily throwing shade and trying to spin the story, Melody said nothing. She didn't clap back, she didn't rant, and she didn't feed the drama. Many mistook her silence for weakness, but in reality, it was her strategy. Behind the scenes, she was documenting everything, every message, every contradiction, every shady move. Quietly and patiently, she built her case, and when the time came, she revealed it all. That silence wasn't weakness. It was strength. The second those receipts hit the judge's desk, the energy in the room shifted. Fans inside the courtroom weren't watching another fight between exes. They were witnessing Martell's carefully polished image fall apart. His entire brand had always been built on perceptional, looking sharp enough, crying at the right time, and sharing just enough vulnerability to earn sympathy. He survived on half-truths, but Melody's evidence stripped all of that away. Suddenly, he wasn't the misunderstood dad anymore. He was a man caught in his own lies, with proof in front of him, and just as things heated up legally. Ariane Curry popped up online again, posting selfies, captions about growth, and hints at her side of the story. The timing was no coincidence, and fans saw it as nothing more than a distraction. But the internet never forgets. Old interviews and Instagram lives resurfaced, and suddenly everything began lining up with Melody's evidence. This wasn't just about relationship drama anymore. It was a pattern of manipulation, distraction, and control. Meanwhile, Melody walked into court calm and composed, letting her lawyers handle everything. The dates matched, the screenshots aligned, and the financial records confirmed it all. It was precise, professional, and devastating to Martell's performance. Even worse for him, his own words turned into evidence against him. Every live stream, every cryptic post, every moment he played the victim, those same words were used in court to show his contradictions. In the public eye, you can spin a narrative, but in a courtroom, facts always win. That's when fans began to see him differently. Sympathy faded and suspicion grew. Instead of asking if he was misunderstood, people started asking what he was hiding. At the same time, Melody's respect only grew. The same people who once called her emotional were now praising her self-control. She wasn't trying to win online. She was winning in real life. Her businesses were thriving, her brand was growing, and she was focused on her kids and her peace. By the end, the difference between the two couldn't have been clearer. Martell was chasing attention while Melody was chasing peace. Martell was stuck in the same toxic cycle, but Melody was breaking free. And when those receipts hit the courtroom, Martell didn't just lose the case, he lost the narrative he had spent years trying to control. This is why the story hit so hard. It proved that no matter how loud someone gets online, no matter how polished the performance may be, the truth always comes out. And when it does, it speaks louder than anything else. After that courtroom showdown, the ripple effects didn't stop at the courthouse doors, they spread everywhere. Fans flooded social media, dissecting every detail, every leak, every word that was reported. Suddenly, Martell's posts started to look less like the cries of a misunderstood father and more like calculated distractions. Every time he went live or dropped another cryptic caption, people weren't siding with him anymore. They were asking tougher questions, digging deeper, and pointing out the contradictions that Melody had already exposed in court. And while Martell scrambled to protect his image, Melody barely lifted a finger. She didn't need to. Her silence had already done its job. Her receipts had already spoken for her. She no longer had to explain herself because the facts were now undeniable. What used to be Martell's strongest weapon, his ability to control, the narrative had completely turned against him. His words, his posts, his attempts to sway fans were now the very things undermining him. At the same time, Melody's growth became impossible to ignore. Business opportunities kept rolling in. Brand partnerships and new ventures placed her on a different level altogether. She wasn't just surviving after the drama, she was thriving. And fans noticed. People who once doubted her resilience now saw her discipline and focus as proof that she was playing a completely different game. While Martell was stuck fighting old battles, Melody was already building a new future. The cast of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, couldn't ignore it either. Every revelation about Martell put a spotlight not only on him, but on the credibility of the entire show. The whispers about him influencing storylines and pressuring castmates gained traction. And the audience started questioning whether Martell had been hiding behind the cameras all along. Viewers who once watched the drama for entertainment were now watching with sharper eyes, wondering what else was being covered up. And here's where the bigger picture comes in. Because this wasn't just about Melody and Martell anymore. This was about accountability. It was about whether truth could still cut through performance. In the end, Melody proved that it could. Her silence, her patience, and her discipline flipped the script completely.